Sanya, a 13-year-old curious city girl studying in class 8. Kabir, Sanya's 14-year-old brother, who helps her contemplate things and perform various activities. Mummy, Sanya's mother, who facilitates them in understanding different concepts.
Hi friends, how are you all today? Remember, Mummy and Kabir Bhaiya had explained to us how some organisms like Hydra and amoeba reproduce asexually? What I'm still wondering is how animals such as dogs, cats, horses, lions or for that matter even birds reproduce and give birth to their young ones. Are you curious too? Come on, let's go and ask Mummy. Mummy, may I ask you something?
Yes, sure, Sanya.
Remember, the other day we were discussing asexual reproduction in animals.
Yes,
I want to know how animals such as dogs and cats produce their young ones. Is that too done asexually?
no, Sanya. These animals reproduce through the sexual mode. Remember, I had told you that like plants, animals too have male and female reproductive organs.
Yes, Mummy.
These organs play a vital part in sexual reproduction.
Like the organs involved in plant reproduction.
Yes, Sanya.
Mummy, so how do these organs work to reproduce?
Before that, Sanya, do you know what these organs are?
I'm not sure, Mummy. Friends, do you know? Let us take a pause here and refer to the textbooks and find out about the organs that are categorized as male and female reproductive organs.
The testes in males and the ovary in females produce the gametes called the sperms and ova respectively.
Mummy, gametes are the reproductive cells, right?
Yes, Sanya. Sanya, you had learned about sexual reproduction in plants in class 7. Can you recall that process?
Yes, Mummy. In plants, male and female gametes fuse to form a zygote. The zygote then develops into an embryo that grows into a plant.
Very good, Sanya. Good that you remember this process. In animals, the same process of fertilization occurs where a female gamete or the ova fuses with the male gamete or the sperm. The zygote that is formed inherits some traits of both mother and father.
Oh, that is why you at times see similarities between parents and their kids.
Absolutely.
Friends, do you understand now why you may have heard someone tell you that you look like your father or your mother? Or you do a certain thing like one of your parents? Let us do an activity here. Observe the members of your family and make a list of similarities between them and their respective parents. Mummy, I still don't understand one thing. You once told me that male and female reproductive organs are not present on the same body in the animal. Then how does fertilization take place?
Good point, Sanya. See, in animals such as dogs, cats, horses, even humans, sperms are deposited inside the male body so that they can travel to the ovum and fuse with it to form a zygote inside the female body.
Okay, so that is how babies develop inside female bodies.
Yes, this is called internal fertilization. But this is not only the way fertilization takes place in animals.
Not the only way? Then how else does it happen?
I'll leave up to you to find out. You can refer to your textbook for this.
Friends, let us refer to page number 103 of the textbook to know more about this.
You know, Sanya, a zygote is just a fused cell. For it to take the shape of an animal, it goes through a process of development.
Oh wow! So we grow from a single cell to this big.
Yes, the zygote divides repeatedly to form a ball of cells, which further segregates and develops into different tissues and organs and forms an embryo.
Oh, can we see an embryo while it is developing?
Not through the naked eye. In case of internal fertilization, the zygote formation happens inside the female body. The embryo formed attaches to the uterus wall and develops further to form body parts, tissues and organs. When all the body parts of an embryo can be identified individually, an embryo is called a fetus. An embryo can be observed through scans such as ultrasounds. When the development of a fetus is complete, the baby is born.
What is an ultrasound, Mummy?
An ultrasound is a scan that provides an internal view of the body. This helps analyze if the embryo is developing properly or not.
And what about external fertilization? Can we see an embryo developing in that?
In external fertilization, since the development of embryo takes place outside of the female body, like in case of aquatic animals, the embryos develop inside the protection of their egg coverings. Once the embryos are developed completely, the eggs hatch.
This is also surprising, Mummy. The thought that we all developed from a single cell is so magical. Aren't you surprised after learning all this, friends?
Let us summarize our learning. Male reproductive organs are pair of testes, 2 sperm ducts, penis. Female reproductive organs are pair of ovaries, oviducts, uterus. Zygote is formed by the fusion of sperm with ovum through a process called fertilization. Fertilization can be either internal or external. Zygote divides repeatedly to form an embryo that grows into a fetus. Once the fetus is fully developed, the baby is born.